This is SportsCenter with Elle Duncan and Kevin Nagandi.
In SportsCenter, Elle Duncan, Kevin Nagandi. It is officially week 1 of the NFL because Boomer is here. We just saw Chris Berman out in the hall. We're like, now it feels like the season is starting. 2 days away from the Bucs and Cowboys. We've got a live report from Tampa coming up.
Yeah, plenty to get to, including the status of TJ Watt less than a week from the Steelers season opener. But first, much more on the teen sensation.
Bucs reporter Jenna Lane is joining us now live from Tampa. Jenna, Dak's ankle will be the topic du jour for the media. And let's be real, in every film room as well. So how are the Bucs preparing to face the Cowboys Thursday? This time last year, Jenna, a lot of this conversation was like Brady versus Bill. This season's going to decide. That has all been put to bed, right? We highlighted a few of the things that are left for Tom Brady to accomplish this season. But how are he and his teammates approaching the season as the reigning champs now? Scary, considering they returned everyone and now everyone is claiming they're even better than the year they won it all. Okay, well, we'll certainly see Jenna Lane with the latest as the Bucs and Cowboys prepare to open up the season Thursday night. Good news is La'el Collins, who also had some issues, is back to being a full participant at practice. But again, like the Dak's storyline, that sort of took away from the fact, but their offensive line last year was decimated by injury, and it showed they plummeted to 26th in PBWR, which is pass block win rate. All right, Tom Brady and the Bucs win their final 8 games last season. They start out super slow, 7-5. What are your expectations for Brady and this offense that returned every single one of its starters?
Yeah, they're going to start with a pedal to the metal, baby. Like this is stumbling out of the blocks if you're playing them, because you don't want them to start like they did at the end of last year.
Speaking of stumbling out of the block, you mentioned it. What happened to your heels, Jeff? I was not going to bring them up. You said it. You did it to yourself.
Wow. 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 Shots fired. You know what, Elle? Okay, I'll see you next week. All right, well, you know what I mean? All right.
Hey, that's fine.
No.
This week, the Bulldogs are number 2 in the country,
That's
boo.
dirty.
Jeff Saturday joining us. But listen, I can't talk about next week. This week, number 2, boo. Thanks for all of the hardcore New England Patriots fans who recall the franchise's history long before the Belichick and Brady dynasty. You know the name and impact of Sam Bam Cunningham, who played his entire NFL career in Foxborough and remains the team's all-time leading rusher. Cunningham died today at the age of 71 in Inglewood, California, not too far from his alma mater, USC. And it is there, in the land of Troy, where Cunningham's legacy will always last after an epic performance in a game that forever changed college football's landscape. In tribute to Cunningham, here's Jeremy Schaap on the significance of USC Alabama in 1970. Oh, we didn't even see you there, camera, that we knew was definitely going to fly by us. Lost running backs J.K. Dobbins and Hall and Justice Hall to season-ending injuries. The Ravens are now going to sign veteran Le'Veon Bell to their practice squad. That's according to Adam Schefter. Bell played in 11 games last season between the Jets and the Chiefs, ran for 328 yards, and was most recently a Pro Bowler back in 2017. For much more, let's bring in our NFL insider, Jeff Darlington. Le'Veon Bell, now a Baltimore Raven. How does this help Baltimore's running back depth with all the injuries that they've suffered? Potentially, if he is activated into the 53-man roster, he's got all eyes on him as the Ravens open the season on Monday Night Football in Vegas, right, to take on those Vegas Raiders. As they open up their stadium, too, incredible to the fans. Jeff Darlington with the latest Le'Veon Bell, now Baltimore Raven. Kevin? It comes with the territory. I mean, how often is that very blanketed response used when a public figure expresses the impact of social media on their psyche? You asked for this. Women in the media can certainly relate. One day, a seemingly sophomoric comment about your body, at times serious enough that law enforcement intervenes. It's true, it happens. And now another athlete has joined a growing number of them in vocalizing the complexities of having an online presence. Here's Shelley Smith in tonight's
9 and .120. The legal limit is .08.
All right, that does it for us here on SportsCenter. More U.S. Open action right now. Let's get it over.